Good afternoon and welcome to today's presentation of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association's coverage of the Ohio Colt Racing Association. I'm Roger Houston, the brand ambassador for the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association, and today we're in Dayton at Hollywood Gaming at Dayton Raceway for the Montgomery County races. Today's live racing event is brought to you by Big D's Tack and Vet Supply, the Galbraith Equine Center at the Ohio State University Veterinary Medical Center, and Cool Winds Farm.
When the new state of Ohio entered into the Union on March 1st, 1803, a mere 2 months later, the county of Montgomery was founded. It was named after General Richard Montgomery, who had been a hero in the 7 Years' War from 1756 to 1763 and had captured Montreal from the French for the British. He would go home to Ireland to wed, but found that his fiancée had been untrue and returned to the colonies. Traveling up the Hudson River, his ship became stuck on a sandbar near the Claremont, the ancestral estate of the Livingstons. 23-year-old Montgomery would meet 20-year-old Janet Livingston, and the sworn bachelor would eventually wed. The Livingstons were pro-American, and Montgomery would join the rebels as a general. He would capture Montreal again, this time from the British and for the Americans. He died in the Battle of Quebec City, and his death in 1775 was lamented by both the Americans and the British. Welcome to the Montgomery County Fair races being held at the Hollywood Dayton Raceway. I'm Tom Pye, the harness guy for the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. My associate today is Susan Schroeder. Good morning.
Morning, Tom. Great to be here for a wonderful day of racing.
Yes, it is. We had a little deluge last night with the rain, and skies were threatening, but looks like a clear day. We've got a fast track. We have 18 Ohio Colt Racing Association stake races today. These first four are not going to be wagered on, but the 5th through the 18th, or is that the 5th?
It's actually the first through, they restart the card, so it'll be the first through the end. 18, okay.
Yeah. So you can wager on them. And Susan will be offering her expert advice as to who to bet.
Oh.
And if you lose, you can I'll give you a text number you can send to her to complain. But no, we're going to have a good day today. Great day of racing. These are good colts and fillies, and some of them are coming on the winning streaks that are looking good. Susan.
Yeah, we have got some interesting horses here. It's not your typical fair. I haven't seen a tilt-a-whirl or anything yet. Of course, we haven't most of the summer. But having them at Dayton Raceway really changes the feel of it.
Yes, and they will go some fast miles today. Incidentally, I was looking over the statistics of the leading winningest horses in North America. And 2-year-old filly trotter, designer specs.
Oh.
Number 1 in North America, 13 for 13, no, 11 for 11, excuse me.
Wow.
And Miss Bad Ms. Johnson. She's one of the top. She's in top as well for 3-year-old basing fillies. That's pretty good for Ohio, I believe. That shows you what the quality we have here. And first race. If you'll bear with us, we are going to be not a full-fledged announcer, but we will be giving you the numbers and the horses' names as we go along and the times of the race. So that'll be one of the...
be a highlight of the day to hear Tom Pye announcing the first 4 races. I just see Barry Vickroy is here, the regular announcer for Hollywood Dayton, and he will be announcing the simulcast card that starts at 1 o'clock.
As a lot of people are breathing a sigh of relief. So see if I can maintain an for a quarter of a mile. But anyway, yes.
Don't forget, you can go to ohha.com to find the programs. It's 2 separate programs on our website page, ohha.com. right-hand side of the page, you'll see the fans, and under there are the race programs.
They will. You can click those and print them out, or you can just download them and read them off your program. Do I hear beeps? So, first race today, we're about ready to, time-wise, almost getting up to the post parade for the first race. This is a 2-year-old filly Trots, first of second, 2 divisions. Total purse is $10,588. This purse, as the other, is $5,294. There are 6 fillies in it to win it, and some quality. Susan.
I'm looking at the number 1 horse, Forget the Past, trained by Brian Georges, driven by Dwayne Miner. Filly is 7 of 7 first, seconds, actually first and seconds, and has already won $22,000 this year. Got a marker 2, 4, and 2 at Urbana. Nice filly. Trotted, like I said, in 4 and 2, been in 4 and 4, 2-5 at the county fairs. We have one filly that raced in the Buckeye Stallion Series, the 5-horse Telling the Story, trained by Kim Daly and driven by Dan Noble. That's trotted in 59 and 1 over at Scioto in the Buckeye Stallion Series. But the rest of the fillies have been trotting around 2-7, 2-9. So if I was going to pick a horse, I would pick the 1 horse, Forget the Past.
Absolutely. Forget the Past, and it's, again, 4 wins, 3 seconds, 7 starts. And her program is just seconds and wins. 3 wins, 3 seconds. Telling the Story, Kim Daly, also 10 starts, 2 wins, 3 seconds, 3/3. So she is 8 for 10. And of course, I don't venture into the trifecta too often, but I would bet a 1, 5, 6 in here if this was betting. We won't have the betting until the next card, which will be coming broadcast at 1 p.m.
Yep.
So.
Yep, I think we'll see a big change in some of these fillies today, going from the county fair tracks to Dayton. It's going to be interesting to see how much they can trot here.
This will be a chance to get a good tab on them. They'll. Again, Telling the Story, it was a Buckeye Stallion Series. She finished 5th, trotted in 59 and 1. They went in 57 and 1. So this is it. We got a couple of win streaks on the line later on today. Got a couple of matchups that will be quite interesting.
Yeah.
And this will almost be like a mini fair finals.
You're right.
And
right.
A showdown at Delaware, too. This is going to be a good race card today. Of course, our Ohio Colt Racing Association are presenting blankets out there. And in the winner's circle, Wade Flory is capable assistant Bob Spooner. And one good thing, there is no wind today. Now,
right.
Last year, we got a little bit carried away. The wind was so bad. And I'm literally carried away. It picked up a tent that we had out there, lifted it up 3 feet off the ground. And I says, we're ready to say sayonara to it, too.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's not the first time it's happened here. The very first year we did Racing with the Stars, it picked up the tent and blew it right up against the fence on the apron. So it does. We have learned now to bring bungee cords and tie that tent down.
And have a lot of heavyweight people around just to grab hold of it, just in case. But they are.
They are.
Are they on the track yet? Yes, they are. So we'll give you from the rail out. We have Forget the Past with Dwayne Miner. And number 2 is Credit My MVP with Michelle Caldwell. Number 3, Essentially, Jeff Nicesonger in the sulky. 4 is Lady Fireworks, David Myers. Number 5, Dan Noble, Steers Telling the Story. And 6 is Whispering Willow with Mark Winters. And I'm so used to saying the 6 and 7 score behind the no, not here. We got a full 9 wide here. So this is a change for the youngsters and a change for us. But we will be heading up into the behind the gate, the Mike Webkenberg starting gate. Brad Conrad, the track photographer. John Weist is in the paddock as a associate judge. So this is a crew, but same crew, but from the fairs, but it's a stepped up a level. So we got, and the horses will step up a level as well.
Like I said, this could be very interesting to see how fast some of these horses, especially this first race, they've been trotting around 2.5, 2.7, 2.9, 2.11. We'll see how fast they can go today.
Incidentally, I don't know if you caught the broadcast from McConnellsville. They had a 2-year-old trotting filly, Phil Swazzle and Steve Swazzle, and they Dr. Chris Pattison, he's the professor of how to bet, PhB he is, and but he said he liked the one horse. I said, how can you let him coming off a distance? And I think it showed, that's all it showed was 2 distance. And he said, well, they trained it good over in Athens. And I said, well, how? They went in 2.4, and she went out, trotted a mile in 2.4 and 4, win handily. And that's inside information. So I says, Chris, I says, that would have paid $15, $20.
Yeah.
I says, if you hadn't have blabbed your mouth. The horse is turning behind the Mike Wupkenberg starting gate. We have 6 in it, 2 in it. This purse is $5,294. 2-year-old trotting fillies, first division of 2.
And remember, this is a 5/8 mile track, so the start will actually be on the backside.
What? What? 5/8 mile track. They go around 3 times.
Oh, I'm sick.
Gate is in motion.
I hear the announcer.
Yes? Is he announcing? Our outrider is Wendy Ross, I believe.
I don't know.
Take a guess. No, could be somebody else. That wouldn't be Wendy's busy. Not on Sunday, you. How fast they go? The gate moves around the paddock turn. And here they come. Forget the past, credit my MVP. Essentially, Lady Fireworks, telling the story. And on the far outside, Whisperin' Willow. They're off and trotting, going quickly for the lead. Number 1, Forget the Past. On the outside, second, being stung a little bit. And that's number 3, 5. That's Dan Noble. Dan Noble takes the lead. It is 5-1. First 8. Oh, they got someone announcing. Well, I'll tell you, so it's 5-1 going by the quarter pole in 30 and 3/5. I'm all wired up here. Down the 5, the 3/8, it's Dan Noble showing the way. 28-3 for that first quarter. They're on the way to the half-mile marker. It is Dan Noble with telling the story. Second is Forget the Past. Third is Michelle, credit my MVP, the half, and 58-3. 58-3 for 2-year-old trotting fillies. Dan Noble shows the way. Forget the Past. Telling the story. 1, Forget the Past. Up on the move comes number 6, Mark Winters with Whispering Willow. They're on the way to the 3/4 pole. Dan Noble shows the way with telling the story. Puts the story up at 1:29.2. They're on the way, top of the lane. We've got a little bit of a fireworks coming up here. Comes telling the story. Forget the Past is second. Down the stretch they come. Dan Noble. The Wine Rider. It is all looks going to be 5-1-6. And there's your mile and 1:59.4. First race to the day. 2-year-old trotting filly. She just dropped her lifetime mark from 2.7 at Salina down to 1:59.4. Susan, pretty good, hey?
That was.
As you said, we're going to see some type of miles today. So, Dan Noble telling the story. Forget the Past. Whispering, no, it's Michelle Credit My MVP, I believe. Telling the story. Kimberly trained filly by full count out of Donna's Victory by Lindy Lane. That is her third win and 11 lifetime starts. As they go by 5-1. Five, 1, 6. So they got the telling the story, forget the past, Whispering Willow. They're going back to the winner's circle. So they are back in the winner's circle. Got a good crowd there, all happy. Happy day. So.
Okay, I'll give you the rundown.
Yeah.
Telling the Story was first. Forget the Past with Dwayne Miner was second. Whispering Willow with Mark Winters was third. Lady Fireworks with David Meyer was fourth. Credit My MVP, Michelle Caldwell was fifth, and Essentially was sixth.
From the top down, on your program, it will be 2, 5, 6, 4, 1, 3. Time for the mile 1:59.4, new lifetime mark for Telling the Story. Mm-hmm. Drops just about almost 8 full seconds down from off her lifetime best.
I'll say when Dan Noble likes to control the races, and when he got to the top, it was
all over. But yeah, he does that. I have never seen somebody take command so quickly, especially on his home tracks of like Greenville or Xenia. He just pop. He's on top. He turns around, looks, and I'll see you later. Yep. So that's the first race. It is a pretty good start. 59-4, 2-year-old trotting fillies.
Yep, I would say they're only going to get faster from here on.
That's right. And last night we did have a good deluge throughout the Dayton area, so track's a little wet, but not that bad. In fact, that isn't bad at all. You're going to do.
We're all in a little quandary here because we're actually up in the control room, I guess it's called.
Yes.
So we're going to bring you these as best we can. We may have a few delays here and there as we're finding our way around the building. So hang on just a minute. Okay, we're back. We are having a little audio trouble simply because of the placement of the Trot and Pace camera. We're kind of in between the two regular cameras here for Dayton, so you may not see the top of the stretch too well. Like I said, we're doing the best we can. This is the first day at Dayton, so we're just trying to feel our way around.
And I'm going to give the post parades. Their horses are on the track. They post parading past the grandstand. Number 1, Laurel's Dream with Jeff Nysonger. 2 is Lights Down Low, Tyler Smith. Number 3, Lady Silhouette with Ed Greeno Jr. Number 4 is Kite with Hugh Beatty, Sandy Beatty in the sulky. Number 5 is Secret Pearl with Ken Holiday. And number 6 is Getaway All Hanover, Richard Dingledine. 7 is Panthera as Jason Brewer. There's 7 3-year-old filly trotters. This is the first of 2 divisions. The purse is $5,031. Susan, I think you had we had the cold, not the cold was, but we had the trifecta box in the first race. We are doing well. So, how do you like this second race? How's it how's it shape up for you?
Well, if you look on just times, Lights Down Low has certainly been trotting faster than anybody else in the race. Has a record of 54-3 at Scioto Downs, but in her last 5 starts that show on the program, she's been in 56-4, 59-3, 53, 55-4, 57-2. The 53 mile was a third in an OSS division, the Ohio Sire Stakes division, going for $50,000 on August 14th. So that was by far the fastest mile.
She only got beat a neck for the whole thing.
Yep.
That was 50,000. Absolute. Lights Down Low should brighten up the tote board when she wins. But and what do you like for your imaginary exactor in here?
That's kind of a tough one. Laurel's Dream has a mark of 2, 1, and 4, but has also been making breaks of lately, so we'll have to, might be being a little bit cautious with her.
Got to go with
Lady Silhouette certainly likes to leave. She goes right to the top in 3 of her last 6 races. She has been made the top by the quarter pole.
Incidentally, that's a strategy that might not work here because she might not be able to get the top. That's, again, we got to take into consideration. So, as again, 5/8, a lot of things, some of them have raced in 5/8. Most of the fair fillies that we've seen race, they've been on the half-mile track mostly, especially like Getaway All Hanover has 5 seconds in a row, all on half-mile tracks. And she has a mark of 2-3 at Lebanon. I see them, the Mike Webkenberg starting gate has opened the wings. are 1 Laurel's Dream, 1-9. Lights down low. This cannot. Well, that's no.
Yeah,
this,
I don't think
that's
that's
not
right.
for us. This is for the first race. But I do like Lights Down Low, Getaway All Hanover, and if Laurel Dreams behave herself.
Starter has called him to the gate.
Now we have an audio and we have an announcer. Hey,
So everybody can hear the announcer?
yes.
Oh. I think so. Okay, it sounds like we are
They're at the
hooked up
gate.
right.
Gates rolling. It's post time.
We have a
There we
real
go.
announcer.
First Division
Hey.
3-year-old filly trotters, Ohio Colt Racing Association. Scratch down to a field of 6 with a scratch of the 5 Secret Pearl.
Oh.
$5,031. Sponsored by Dayton KOA Resort. They're all in behind the Mike Wepkenberg starting gate.
The 5 is scratched.
6 and 7 move in one spot.
They're up and trotting. That's Lady Silhouette going for the lead. Lights Down Low comes out in second. Laurel's Dream third. Getaway All Hanover fourth. Racing fifth. Kite and trailing the field. Panthera Oz as they race around the turn. Racing all over to the opening quarter. Lights Down Low leads the way. Racing second, looking for a spot is Lady Silhouette out on the outside. Third to the inside as they pass the stands first time is Laurel's Dream. Getaway All Hanover next in fourth with Kite Racing fifth. Panthera Oz trails the field. 29 and 2 for the opening quarter. Trotters race on over to the halfway point and leading away. Lights Down Low. Laura's Dream sits the pocket.
Now, see-
Lady Silhouette has found a pylon third. Getaway All Hanover fourth. Kite Racing fifth. Panthera Oz trails the field. Trotters straight alignment as they race into the turn. They found the lead of Lights Down Low. Racing second, Laurel's Dream with Lady Silhouette third. Some 5 lengths off the lead. Getaway All Hanover. They're at the half, 59 and 3. Kite Racing fifth. Trailing the field. Panthera Oz up the backside to the 3/4 point. It's Lights Down Low and Tyler Smith by 2 3/4. Laurel's Dream is second. Lady Silhouette third. Getaway All Hanover's out and on the move on the outside for Dan Noble from fourth. Now third on the outside. They're into the far turn. Lights Down Low has them by 3/4. 129 and 3 and opens up to 4. Laurel's Dream is second. Getaway All Hanover on the outside third. Lady Silhouette is fourth. Kite fifth. Panthera Oz trails. They're off the turn. They're on their way home. It's Lights Down Low, opening up with every stride. Lights Down Low, Tyler Smith to take the second division of the 3-year-old filly trot. Laura's Dream second. Getaway All Hanover home third. 158 1/5.
Wow. There you go. Lights Down Low. Of course, she has a mark of 54 and 3 at Scioto. But that's why she's picked up over $80,000 lifetime. Looks. So it looks like a 2-1-6. Picking up sticks in the would be a box. Imaginary trifecta box. Great mile there. I'm going to see this again. This is just the start of 2 races, two sub-2-minute marks by the trotting fillies. These are 3-year-olds.
I'm sure a lot of these, this was the fastest mile most of these fillies have been in their lifetime. We know the 2-horse Lights Down Low won by about 4 lengths maybe. The others were right there and trotted sub-2-minute miles.
Yes. And of course, on a major track, there are a lot less distractions out here. More or less, they don't have any tractors in the middle of the infield or stones or bleachers all over the place. So this is like they can focus a little bit more on the mile. Of course, it's new to them because they've never seen anything like this. But that's a great mile, 58 and 1. last quarter.
Back to the winner's circle. Here's your winner. The second race. Ohio Colt Racing Association 2-year-old, 3-year-old filly trot. This is the first division. Number 2, Lights Down Low. The 3-year-old bay fillet by Uncle Peter out of the Cash All Mare. Swing out of Cash. Home of the Trent Stoller stable. Tim Graber, Benjamin Graber of Indiana. Trent Stoller trains. Tyler Smith in the sulky. The mile 158, 1/5. This race sponsored by Dayton KOA Resort. Results are official. Number 1, Laurel's Dream 2. Number 2, Lights Down Low, the winner. Number 3, Lady Silhouette 4. Number 4, Kite 6. Number 5 was scratched. Number 6, Getaway All Hanover 3. Number 7, Panthera Oz 5, 158, 1/5. Top down 2, 1, 4, 6 scratch 3, 5 on the bottom. Third race coming up in about 5 minutes. Scratch number 2, Sherry's Hope. Scratch the 2, Sherry's Hope out of the third.
Now with that, last quarter in 28-3. Bing, bang, boom. Excellent mile. That Trent Stoller train. We're coming up for the second division for the 2-year-old filly trotters. We have 6 young ladies in here, and going for a purse of $5,294. With that, we are going to take a short break for a couple of words from our sponsors. We'll be back.
Dreams of becoming a champion start early. Since 1933, young colts and fillies have started down the road to becoming a champion on the tracks of the Ohio Colt Racing Association, the same tracks that their ancestors began their careers on. Founded to improve and protect standardbred horse racing at Ohio's county fairs, the OCRA races at 20 tracks in western and southern Ohio. The Ohio Colt Racing Association, where champions are born.
Cool Winds Farm in Lima, Ohio is a full-service standardbred breeding facility that specializes in stallion management. Cool Winds Farm stands Rockin' Amadeus, sire of world champion Ocean Rock. Cool Winds also stands trotters Coraggioso, sire of stakes winner Lima Gold, and double millionaire sire Lucky Chucky. Be sure to visit the Cool Winds yearlings at the Ohio Selected Drug Sale at Pickaway Ag Center on Friday, September 18th.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1974, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com. Most orders shipped that day, or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Athletes, they come in all shapes and sizes. They catch, they leap, they run. Some athletes even come with 4 legs and paws and hooves. When these beloved family members need care, remember the Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center. Ohio State experts wrote the book on exceptional animal care and know how to get our best friends back on their feet. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center.
When an individual goes to the races, the racing program can be quite intimidating. So in these features, we're going to help you better understand the information that is in that racing program. Today, we're first going to take a look at the headings across the top of the page. One mile, the distance of the race. The purse is $17,500. Broken down, 50% to the winner, 25% to the second place finisher, 12% to the third place finisher, 8% goes for the horse finishing fourth, and 5% to the...
Horses are coming on the track for the third race at Dayton Raceway. This is the Montgomery County Fair races.
Horses are on the track, third race. Second division, 2-year-old filly, Trot, Ohio Colt Racing Association, $5,294. John Landis Farms. Number 1, Air Jordan L with Hank Levant. Number 2 is Scratched. Number 3, It's Cheaper to Keep Her, driven by Ken Holliday. The 4, T-Punch, Tyler Smith drives. Number 5 is Bougie Girl with Dan Noble. And number 6, filly named Sue, Dwayne Miner in her sulky. Scratch the 2, Sherry's Hope. Dwayne Miner drives the 6, filly named Sue.
So we're here for the third at Dayton, the Montgomery County Fair. Susan, and this is 5. We're scratched down to 5, but I don't think that still the mention the 5. I'll pick the 5. Bougie Girl, Virgil Morgan Jr. This filly by Uncle Peter. 9 starts, 5 wins, 1 second. Marker 2, 4, and 2 at Troy. She shows all wins, 5 wins on her card at Urbana and the Buckeye Stallion Series. She got parked the quarter in 29-1 and did not have any kick coming for home. But this filly can step it up and pick it up. She looks like she can take a good lifetime mark here. The one that'll give her a little competition is Air Jordan L. Last week she made a bobble, but she can trot. She's 20 starts, 2 wins, 8 seconds, 4 thirds. So I do believe it's between 5 and 1. It's cheaper to It's cheaper to keep her. She's been misbehaving. So I couldn't use her. She does have a mark of 2, 1, and 3 at Scioto in a qualifier, but she shows chicken marks on her program. So who do you like?
That's true. In fact, if you look at all these fillies, they all have been making breaks at some point in their last 6 starts. It shows on the program. But the Bougie Girl, I think that's how you say it, and she has Dan Noble. So
Ooh.
I think that's...
Ooh.
I think that she's going to be a good one in here, and It's Cheaper to Keep Her, like you said, has a mark of 2, 1, and 3 at a qualifier. T-Ice Punch, 2, 3, and 1. Bougie Girl, 2, 4, and 3. And Air Jordan, 2, 5, and 1. So I think somebody's going to get it right around the 2-minute mark, maybe a little bit below.
Yes.
In this race today.
And I do believe with this filly, looks like Mr. Noble can get the top. And, well, we got top in Urbana in 29-1. That's a half-mile track. So she will be ready to step up. This will be another quality race. Can you believe it's third race already? We only... Before we can run down to the windows after the...
He could, because remember, the full simulcast card starts at 1 o'clock. And there'll be 14 races that'll be starting at 1. And we will have the full crew here. We will be showing them on the Facebook page also.
They're headed to the gate.
So,
and as I said, we've got a little bit of a problem with our feed because of the position that our camera is in. So we're doing the best that we can. So you might miss a little bit at the top of the stretch, but
you'll see the finish. That's the most important.
That's right.
They're behind the gate.
Second division. Ohio Colt Racing Association 2-year-old filly trotters, $5,294. Sponsored by John Landis Farms. Scratch number 2, Sherry's Hope. Dwayne Miner drives the 6, filly named Pete. Starter Mike Wapkenberg has them all lined up and ready for a start. Rump and trotting, going right out for the lead. It's Cheaper to Keeper, racing from the inside. That's T-Punch, racing on the outside as they race into the turn. Racing on over to the opening quarter. Bougie Girl coming out in 4th. That's Air Jordanelle and the Yearly Trader. Filly named Pete as they race into the turn, trotting to the opening quarter. Bougie Girl leads them by a length. It's Cheaper to Keeper right there 2nd. T-Punch racing 3rd. Air Jordanelle is 4th, trailing the field. Filly named Pete, all in straight alignment by the opening quarter and even 29 seconds. Bougie Girl, the leader by a length. 2nd, it's Cheaper to Keeper right there 3rd. T-Punch 4th. Air Jordanelle trailing the field. Filly named Pete into the turn, trotting on over to the halfway point on top of the field. Bougie Girl has the lead by a length and a half. It's Cheaper to Keeper 2nd. T-Punch tips to the outside from 3rd. Here Jordanelle 4th. Filly named Pete trails the field. Halfway home, 59 seconds to the backside. Bougie Girl will guide the field to the 3/4. It's Cheaper to Keeper is 2nd. T-Punch coming after the leader with every stride. Racing 4th. Air Jordanelle trailing the field. That's Filly named Pete as they race on over to the 3/4 point. Bougie Girl still there by only 3/4 of a length. Racing on the outside, T-Punch. It's Cheaper to Keeper. 3/4, 128 and 1. Right there 4th. There Jordanelle trailing Filly named Pete. They're off the turn. They're on their way home with an 1/8 of a mile to trot. Bougie Girl on the outside. Here comes T-Punch down the stretch a trot. Bougie Girl, T-Punch on the outside. It's Cheaper to Keeper coming to the line. Bougie Girl will give Dan Noble his 2nd winner on the card. Up for 2nd, it's Cheaper to Keeper. 3rd, T-Punch, home 4th. Air Jordanelle in 1:59.
1:59. Bougie Girl dropping 5 seconds right off her lifetime mark. And as Susan said this, well, we said it was about 2 minutes. Well, 1:59, it's pretty close.
Yep.
And he was just... Now, I'll tell you who raced good was Cheaper to Keeper. Just got out right there at the wire. Got up to 2nd. But last quarter in 30 and 4. Last half in a minute flat.
That was a good race. As we thought, Bougie Girl has been ultra consistent for...
Back in front of the stands, headed to the winner's circle. You went to the 3rd Ohio Colt Racing Association 2-year-old filly trot, 2nd division. Here's the 5, Bougie Girl. 2-year-old bay filly by Uncle Peter out of the Broadway home there. Action Broadway is owned by Carl Howard, Joyce McQuillan, Larry Willis of Ohio. Virgil Morgan Jr. trains. Dan Noble in the sulky. Dan Noble 2nd winner on the card. Bougie Girl, Dan Noble home in 1:59. This race sponsored by John Landis Farms.
Bougie Girl. Uncle Peter. Boy, Uncle Peter's throwing quite a few.
Results are official. 3rd race, Air Jordanelle 4. Cherry's Hope was scratched. It's Cheaper to Keeper 2. T-Punch 3. Bougie Girl was the winner. Filly named Pete 5. The mile 1:59. Top down 4, scratch 2, 3, 1, 5 on the bottom.
So I don't know how many lifetime marks we're going to see today, but I think we're going to see quite a bit.
Quite a few, I think.
They get back to the half-mile track on the fairs, it'll say, oh, we got this as a piece of cake. I got a mark of 59. But that was an excellent
Great finish.
Great finish.
Yep.
And we're coming up to the 4th. This is the first division of 2 for 3-year-old filly Pacers. They go for, this is going for a purse of $3,929. They are 6 fillies. And
we're not getting all the scratches and driver changes for you right away. We'll try and get those better for the second half of the card,
yes,
for the 1 p.m. card, but we're seeing them at about the same time that you're seeing and hearing them. So
you with that, but we got 6 in it. From the rail, Janice Finn, Big Risk Cruiser, McDelicacy, Bombeck, Perfect Artist, and Contrato. 6 in it to win it for the 4th. We will be back shortly with a few choice words from our sponsors.
Midland Acres, established over 50 years ago, is leading the way in harness racing resurgence in the great state of Ohio. Over their 600 acres, many premier broodmares, yearlings, and stallions are able to roam. Midland Acres' success in the past provides momentum for the future. So, if you are breeding your mare or purchasing a yearling, Midland Acres will put you in the winner's circle, doing our best to bring you the best.
With more than 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. Much of that value comes from standardbred horse owners, breeders, trainers, and drivers who participate in the sport of harness racing. The mission of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association is to preserve, protect, promote, and serve the entire standardbred industry in Ohio and beyond. To learn more about the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association, go to ohha.com. That's ohha.com.
After Lady Suffolk, the old gray mare, trotted a mile in 2:29.5 in 1845, the next standard everyone aimed for was besting the 2-minute and 20-second barrier. Horse breeders will look for the Golden Cross as they went for the record. An Arabian thoroughbred sire, Henry Clay, foaled on Long Island in 1837.
4th race being led to the post by Christina Smith. First Division 3-year-old filly Pacers Ohio Colt Racing Association, $3,929, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Number 1 is Janice Finn, driven by John Newberry. Coming out shortly will be the 2, Big Risk Cruiser Dan Noble. 3, McDelicacy, will be driven by Keely Moore. Keely Moore drives the 3, McDelicacy. 4, Bombeck with Pierce Henry. Jeff Nysonger driving to 5, Perfect Artist, and number 6 is Contrato. Tyler Smith in the sulky.
So, those are your 6 fillies for the 4th and the final non-betting race. 1 o'clock starts, so we will be having 18 races, and they will be wagering
on the last 14, yes.
On the 14 starting at 1 o'clock.
Yep.
These 4 went quick.
They did. They're running them off quick. I think they've got to get other horses into the paddock.
Yes.
Everybody's and they have the protocols to follow in the paddock, so everybody's being real careful about that. So this is kind of a trial run for Dayton. It's big trial run, really.
And a big trial run for us. We're just, this is a newbie for me and you and Dawn, and it's like we're up here in the crow's nest, and we can get more gadgets up here. I feel like we're ready for launch for NASA.
It does sort of look like those control rooms. There's so many cameras, so many buttons and wires and everything, and a lot of people up here. And we're just able to watch the feed that they're showing, so we're not able to. We can't even see our own feed. We don't know exactly what Don's showing right now, but we do the best we can for you to bring you these first 4 that you can't see anyplace else.
That's right. Now, with this it's a trial run for us to test our handicapping skills. Susan, who do you like in here? Dun, 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 dun.
Well, again, going with pure speed and also the Dan Noble Virgil Morgan connection. Big Risk Cruiser, fastest mile that shows on the last 6 starts. She paced a mile in 53-1 at Scioto, so knows the 5/8 mile track, knows how to work that.
She has 12 starts this in 2000.
Invite you to stick around for our 1 o'clock post time. 14 races.
For 20, she has 2 wins, 5
Sponsored
seconds,
by
3/3.
Hollywood at Gaming at Dayton Raceway, Montgomery County Fair Racing. Ohio Colt Racing Association Stakes, 14 races. Post time at 1. They are all wagering events. You can purchase programs for that card starting at 1 o'clock, at 12 noon upstairs and at 12:30 downstairs. Programs for that 1 o'clock card can be purchased at 12 noon upstairs, beginning at 12:30 downstairs. I'd like to remind you the Takeout Grill will be open today for this afternoon's racing program.
Okay, as I was saying before, I like the Big Risk Cruiser, the Virgil Morgan trainee. Philly has already made $50,000 in her lifetime, and she would be my pick.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. I think we shall see her. She can handle this track.
They're at the gate. Gates rolling. It's post time.
You can cut a mile in 55. Perfect Artist should be there. Perfect Artist. First time, well, she was Scioto last week, and she had the 8-hole, but she still paced in 56-1. So I'll go with my imaginary exactor. Soon to come to realization, I'll go with a 2-5. And all that jive. Here's the 4th from Dayton Raceway, the Ohio Colt Racing Association 3-year-old filly pace. This is the first division.
Trotters. Philly Pacers are rolling behind the gate. Field is 6. There they go.
Once I was... That's all I got in their feet.
And they're off. First away, Perfect Artist to the outside. Contrado's headed to the front. Big Risk Cruiser comes out in 3rd. McDelicacy is 4th. Racing into the turn, Bombeck racing 5th, and Janice Finn will be the early trader. They race into the turn and race on over to the opening quarter. Contrado, Tyler Smith lead them by a length. Racing 2nd is Perfect Artist. 3rd, Big Risk Cruiser. McDelicacy next in 4th. Bombeck is 5th. Janice Finn trails the field 27-3 for the opening quarter. Field of Pacers, straight alignment as they pass the stands first time and race on over to the 3/8 mark. Contrado leads the way with Perfect Artist right there 2nd. Big Risk Cruiser 3rd. McDelicacy 4th. Bombeck is 5th, and Janice Finn trails the field only 8 lengths off the lead. Into the turn, racing on over to the half. Contrado the leader. 2nd, Perfect Artist. Big Risk Cruiser 3rd. McDelicacy is 4th. Bombeck is 5th. Janice Finn trails. They're halfway home, 56 4/5. Down the backside they go to the 3/4 mark. Leading the way, Contrado by a length and a half. Perfect Artist right there 2nd. Big Risk Cruiser and Dan Noble move to the outside from 3rd. McDelicacy is 4th. Then we got a break of some 6-7 lengths to Janice Finn, who begins her move on the outside 5th. And Bombeck is shuffled to 6th. They're at 3/4, 124-3. They circle the far turn, and with the lead, Contrado. Big Risk Cruiser on the outside, racing 3rd. Perfect Artist. McDelicacy is 4th with an 1/8 of a mile to go. On the outside, Big Risk Cruiser. Big Risk Cruiser will give Dan Noble his 3rd winner on the card. Contrado home 2nd. McDelicacy 3rd, and Perfect Artist will finish 4th, 153 1/5.
153-1. That was some kind of a mile there. Big Risk Cruiser with Dan Noble gets his 3rd win of the first card. Contrado finished 2nd. We didn't talk about Contrado. I guess we should have, as Contrado pacing 54-4 last start.
I got a mark 58-4 at Troy, so the We overlooked them.
Yep.
See what happens when we don't pay attention?
Big Risk Cruiser drops her lifetime mark from 54-4 to 53-1.
4 new lifetime marks. Well, no, 3. But Dan Noble picked up 3 wins.
3 wins.
He says, I don't want to take a break. Let's keep on going. Let's roll with them.
I think he's been going the past couple nights at Scioto. He's just been on fire.
Yeah.
So it looks like it's continuing.
It's a good mark for a filly. She's by Big Risk out of Corner Cruiser by Yankee Cruiser.
Owned by Stephen Sexton from Xenia, Ohio.
Back in front of the stands and moving into the winner's circle. Here's your winner of the 4th. First Division 3-year-old filly pace, Ohio Colt Racing Association. Number 2, Big Risk Cruiser. 3-year-old bay filly by Big Risk out of the Yankee Cruiser mare, Corner Cruiser. Almost Steve Sexton, Xenia, Ohio, Virgil Morgan Jr. trains. Dan Noble in the Saki. 153, 1/5 the winning time. Dan Noble's 3rd winner on the card. It's race sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts. In the winner's circle, making that presentation, Wade Flory and Robert Spoon representing the Montgomery County Fair Board. Big Risk Cruiser, Dan Noble take the first division of the 3-year-old filly pace.
Good 3-year-old filly she is. Yes, she is.
Results are official. Janice Finn finished 5th. Big Risk Cruiser the winner. McDelicacy 3, Bombeck was 6th, Perfect Artist 4, Contrada was 2nd, 153, 1/5, 513, 6, 2 on the bottom. That concludes our first card. Post time at 1. 14 wagering events, Montgomery County Fair races. Programs will be on sale shortly at 12 o'clock noon upstairs and at 12:30 downstairs. The Take 2 Grill will be open shortly also.
And
for those of you staying home, watching on our feed, you can get those programs at ohha.com on the home page up to the right under the fans section.
And do they have a food wagon down there? They have the programs coming on sale, and they have several ATM machines down there as well. We are going to be betting on our fair. Well, I'm just saying the public is going to be able to bet on there.
Yes.
I've learned my lesson. I can pick them when I don't bet. When I bet, I can't pick them. Yeah, so that was great. Thanks for bearing with us, but we got through the qualifying 4 races.
Yep.
And we're coming back. We'll be back at 1:15 for the 14 race card. And again, it's going to be we've got 3 new lifetime marks. Dan Noble just picked up 3 wins. And excellent mile. Track is in great shape. The weather looks good. I don't believe we're going to have any rain today.
Nope, looks like it's going to be a great day. And 14 big races, and we've got some outstanding horses to watch this afternoon.
Oh, yeah.
There's just some really, really nice horses that have come over here. I think some of them are tuning up a little bit for Delaware.
Yes.
And don't forget that we will be broadcasting from Delaware, 5 days in Delaware. And we're going to have guest interviews before the races start, a pregame show of sorts. So we'll have plenty to bring you for those 5 days in Delaware.
Are we going to be giving away anything, Susan?
We're going to be giving away so much stuff there. So much stuff.
So this, again, where else can you have a chance to win? Watch the races, get souvenirs. We'll have little brown jug souvenirs for you, too. So there we are. I'll have a picture of Roger Houston in his prime back. But anyway, yeah, we'll have a lot of stuff's coming up there. But we could be back at 1 o'clock for this. Are we going to be playing any text trivia today?
Of course.
We are?
Of course we are.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
I hope you brought your phone.
I do. My phone, that's a good idea, yes. Okay, folks, thanks. We'll see you back at 1:15 here from Dayton Raceway, the Ohio Colt Racing Association's Montgomery County Fair. See you shortly.